Just know I'm down and diligent. I'm down and diligent. Ay, mama always working late. Daddy didn't work today. I got all these bills to pay, and I'm not even thinking straight. Probably twisting up a wood, trying to see what's up today. I've been engineering all my music, feeling all type of way. Drowning in my thoughts, I might get lost up in this tidal wave. Maybe I'm just tired of Seattle, I need brighter day. I get way too high, I lose my mind, I'm thinking all type of shit. Look you in your eyes, I see a star, son, your future lit. Smiling at your mama, all in love, that's my type of chick.
I just found out I'm a street nigga and I'm funny.
Yeah.
I just.
So when you at the part where you in the middle of all of it, or did you, or when you go get to, you thinking when you go get to the part when you don't like niggas? All act, you know, because that's what all actors go through. That's the 3 phases.
Nah, dog.
Then they turn to furious. You feel me?
Let me tell you something. I'm a Renaissance man, dog. I'm not overly.
Okay. Okay, I fuck with you there.
Yeah,
that's how I am. That's what made me. That's what be making me. Because when you get too deep into like the activist world,
You
it's
miss
like
the point.
they be getting to the real like.
Oh, no,
and I be like, nigga, y'all beefing with each other. Like,
I don't have. I have kids, dog.
I do too.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Oh.
I don't even put my.
Most of them too do. Most of them.
Yeah, they got. Yeah, that's a whole nother ball game. I'm
Yeah.
here to teach the information. I want to be an educator in the community, schools. All that other stuff is that other stuff.
Right, because they be mad at you for being a nigga. That's what I be saying. Because I'm a nigga all the way through.
Hey,
always. I'm
my
ignorant,
daddy
motherfucker.
was.
I'm smart,
I
but
grew up in Compton my whole life. I didn't have to bury a whole bunch of homies, friend, my own uncle. I didn't been to jail. I didn't did what I needed to do. All that on top of my mama keeping me in a certain
I was
love.
what my dad was doing, but you know what he doing right now.
Most definitely, man.
Yeah, that nigga's so petty right there.
For sure. Man, what's happening, man? Y'all tapped into the Down and Diligent, the D.A.D podcast. You feel me? One of the dopest podcasts out here in the nation, man. Got some great people up in here today. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
But you got your boy Day up in here.
You got Dez in here.
You feel me?
Make
we
sure
gonna
y'all
get into our.
Hold
Go
on,
ahead,
man.
go ahead. My bad.
Joe not here, so you know you can kick
slow
it
motion.
between-
Yeah, you feel me?
Shout out to Joe and all them at the tournament. But like, subscribe, follow us on all platforms.
All platforms, man, and hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time we drop one. You feel me? But we got 2 special guests in here. Akila O'Neal, a brother I just met, man, comedian, activist in the community, educator. You feel me? So we just learning.
Real nigga, street nigga, yeah, all that. Mix it in.
Articulate, man. Gotta give it up to him, man. Hub and the dub. You feel
Oh, the
me?
hub
From
to the dub always, dog.
Shout out to him, man. Got your boy Calvin Mills back up.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
recurring guest.
Real close brother.
Enterprise.
You feel me? So we gonna get cracking today, and we gonna see what's up. But how was Thanksgiving, bro? What's going on? How was y'all doing? How y'all week been so far?
Thanksgiving was good. We did our own Thanksgiving this year. Me and my girl.
Oh, that's
It was,
good.
it was
bro.
cool.
Y'all first one?
Nah, it ain't our first one, but it was like, it seemed like it was more confined, I guess, this year. Thanksgiving wasn't the same this year. I'm not going to front and say it was, but I had a good time.
That's smooth. What made it so different?
Me. You know what I mean? It's me. That's fucking with you. Nah, being around family and things.
That's his answer to everything.
True. You feel me? I am kind of like hella confident and shit. You know what I mean? Arrogant. But nah, you know, being around the kids and everything, it was a good time.
Smooth, bro. What's up with y'all, man? How y'all week been?
Ah, man, a week. Whew. Shoot, Thanksgiving. I was happy to get just a day. I slept, man. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. My kids was gone. I went and made one stop. Saw my mama, came back to the house, fell asleep in my car, man. I was gone, bro. I had to get up out the car and go in the house. I'm like, I'm gonna just go get a bed. I didn't even do nothing, man. It was crazy. It just flew by. I don't even, like you said earlier, Thanksgiving ain't the same no more. We don't look forward to it no more. Like, hey, now it's just like,
Because we got to do everything.
man, my boy, his stepfather died on Thanksgiving. He texted, you get what I'm saying? So life be real happening. It's like, man, we don't never get a break. So it's just like, I was just happy that I would have been the cousin to ask everybody they want to make a trip to the car this year. You know, that's been my first time. Hey, anybody good? Anybody want to make a trip to the car real quick? We good? Because all these years I never got a chance to do it. So it has been my first year, but I was asleep. I just got some rest, dog. Rest.
Oh, you got your first year of walking, the store walk.
Yeah, I had a store walk.
Okay.
I had a store walk. I'm happy about that.
Yeah.
I had a shirt to wear it, but I didn't get a chance to wear it because I fell asleep, man. I'm mad about that. Got to get my life together.
Oh, shit, that's funny. What's up with you, Cal, man?
Same old same, man. Just like you said though, Thanksgiving ain't been the same.
Yeah.
It just felt like just a vibe all the way around. It just wasn't a family vibe. Usually on most Thanksgivings, so I'm at the crib. My
Yeah.
daughter's with her mom. I'm watching football. I'm resting up, just like you saying. It's just not the same. I don't got them same type of connections I had growing up when I was a kid. So it just be me thugging it. Me and my
Y'all don't be
kid.
going to go get no plates or nothing for the family house or nothing. Or
I did. I made a move, but then people was bringing stuff, and my mama still brought some stuff. I just wasn't over hyped about it, you know. Maybe because nothing was planned. I think that's what it was. Like
Shit
and then
too
I worked. I
expensive,
worked
man.
all week, dog. I worked triples, and it was a rough work week. And then when Thanksgiving came, I was like, oh, I ain't gotta go to work, bro. Like that's where I'm at. That's a
That's what
Yeah.
it felt like it was for everybody. Everybody got that break and just want to chill.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Especially you have to be with the kids all day. The
Bruh.
kids get a week off. I remember we only got like a
2 days. We got 4, including the
Yeah.
weekend. They get the
Yeah.
whole
We
week.
had the whole
off.
week, man. That was treacherous. On me.
But do y'all to some point though, do y'all feel like we are responsible as far as like getting our cause sometimes a lot of times, like my children, I'm gonna speak for myself, they don't even know all of their cousins.
Mhm.
You feel me? And it's only because they only seeing them certain times out the year, if that, or when a death happened in the family or some shit like that. You feel me? You can't really gain a connection of knowing someone truly at a repast.
Yeah,
Mhm.
real
You know what
talk.
I'm saying?
At certain events,
So,
yearly
yeah.
events, yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like we responsible to get our family and children connected because we are of that age now. Our parents was younger than us. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So do y'all feel like there's certain things that we might need to change as a whole, as a people,
You want to go?
just on certain holidays?
I mean, I
Or-
agree. I feel like we do. It is on us. You know,
Mhm.
we the adults now, so we need to be more intentional about connecting our children with our family members. But then also too, I think it just falls into you prioritizing the family that you actually created and your tight knit circle,
Mhm.
opposed to the family that you came
Yeah.
from. Because not everybody has those same connections with the
Right,
family that
right.
you came from. So it just all depends.
Right?
Right.
And you not the baby of the family no more, nigga. You're not TT favorite, nothing. You're a grown motherfucker with your own family.
We got to get out our
so
own shit.
Get out
right?
your own shit, man. You it's time for you to contribute.
Y'all saying that, man, it was crazy because yesterday I took my daughters to my cousin's daughter's birthday party at Dave and Buster's. And like, she's my direct cousin, but we kind of distant. But it's crazy at the conversation we were having, we was just like, we be here living life. And I guess because we have cell phones and things like that, we can keep up with each other faster. I think that's made us a little bit lazy too, though. Because when you think about it,
Living what life?
like life, just living. Like I'm over here because she has a husband and her own family over there, and then I got all my own stuff going on over
Our
here.
parents and our uncles and stuff did it.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. They didn't have it wasn't like how it is now, where you can be in constant
Yeah,
conversation with somebody. Back then, certain people had a cell phone, but if you wanted to see somebody,
You had
you
to pull
had to
up
go see them.
on the
It
household.
wasn't no FaceTime, wasn't no Zoom,
Right,
wasn't no
right.
texting. Even for us as kids, like we went to each other's house to play the video game with each other. Was no our entire friendship is through a virtual reality world. We didn't grow up like that. We had the choice to, oh man, we're gonna play the game. Now we're gonna go outside first. You know what I'm saying? I had to go see my partners. I had to ride my bike to go get my boy out of hey, doom doom doom
He
doom.
might not have been home.
He
so
might
you
have
gotta
been
search
home.
for him.
Yeah, I'm searching.
Yeah.
Oh, he might already be at the thing. You call it. It ain't
Right.
like that no more. These kids share each other's locations, dog. It's like, I think we've gotten lazy, and I think specifically millennial parents, we're all millennial parents.
Yep.
I think we do our very best to get that nostalgia that we once lost, bro. Because you remember when we was kids, man, we was doing some crazy outside
That's my
stuff.
fear.
Definitely.
You think that's a fear
That's my fear.
in
For my
today's
kids.
climate?
For my kids. Like, yeah, because I was out there going crazy.
I can see that fear. in today's climate,
like it
bro.
ain't, I'm gonna, you know what I mean? If my experience of being outside of doing things, I would probably be more lenient. But I know what going on outside. I was there. I'm outside, right? I'm outside daily.
Why?
I know as a kid always, I know what happened outside, I know what going on. You remember I had the story, I said, my whole mission was to get home and act like nothing happened. Like, nothing, I didn't probably burn the house down. You feel me?
Yeah, that's
You know what I'm
wild.
saying? That's why it's kind of, and I got girls, so I'm a girl dad. You feel me?
Okay, so I had my sons first, and then
Yeah.
my daughters came. So I'm
So it's kind of like, you know what I mean?
got you. That's tough. Good point.
Speaking of childhood, man, I want to get into that a little bit. Let us know. Obviously, you grew up in Compton.
Yeah, so my childhood, man. Ooh.
Explain the hub and the dub for
So
the people that don't know.
Oh well, number one, the hub is a dub, right? So I like to call dual citizenship. My dad is from one side of town, my mama from other side of town,
Yeah.
and that's just what it was. You get what I'm saying? So I lived in the West Side Compton, the Athens area, my entire life.
Mhm. I lived over there for a
Went to Vanguard, Centennial, my home school. I went to McKinley. I learned how to swim in Campanella Park pool. All of that. But then my daddy's side of the family was from the projects. Watch Nickerson Gardens, and that's where I was at trying to get to, because that's where my cousins was also.
And the project is fun.
Projects is definitely fun. My mom was an only child, so I didn't have no first immediate cousins in there. All my friends, my major friends, are my outside friends. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't have cousins at my house. When I went to the projects, it's cousins everywhere, like your blood cousin. I was finding out people was my cousins when we became adults, because that's how fast my uncles was moving.
My dad, my family from the projects too, and I found out I had a brother when I was like 30.
My uncles, my uncles is crazy, dog. Right? But I came from single mom, man. My mother was raised under my grandmother, old school Southern woman. She met my dad. They boom bop bam, and my mom is the greatest baby mom I've ever met in my life, dog. Ever. She made sure that I was in my dad's life at whatever particular time. She never held him back from anything. She always held him to a stand. I remember I was in preschool. My dad was trying to push me off. I think he had just came home, he was gone. And she was like, put her on speaker. My aunties ran the preschool, my great aunties. And he trying to get in the streets. I remember my mama saying on the speaker as a kid, I was like 5, 6 years old. She was like, I don't care what you gonna do or what you about to do. You're not about to drop him off at my mama house because you want to have some free time. That started me going into the projects with my dad. That started, I can't take that ride, which I'm walking with my son. He lived in there. He was trying to push me off on my granny, what young fathers do.
If we can run around.
Right? She's like, nah, you take him with you. She ain't never withheld him from me, man. But I think when I became a preteen, their life was happening and some other stuff happening. Now I can reflect on in my 30s. My dad disconnected from me. So I was like, bro, this the time I need you the most, and you tripping, you gone, right? And it ain't been right ever since. Still trying to figure that out.
I think that's like a watch niggas, older watch nigga habit right there. My dad a watch nigga too. My dad from the other side though. He from the Jordan Downs. You feel me?
You
know what I'm saying?
No, it's all love on both sides.
I'm from so I don't fuck with none of that.
I think that is a systematic project thing though, because or in that nucleus. I research about this stuff. I read about this stuff. I'm writing papers about these things, and it's like, dang, it's crazy that Papa was a Rolling Stone. These men coming home from the war, getting addicted to drugs, going into the 80s, post crack, But in that area, Watts, that combined area, you see the results of what happens. You got like my great uncles come from the middle of nowhere, Louisiana. I'm gonna be quiet after this. I'm gonna tell you how crazy this thing is, right? So
I like it.
My dad's mother, my grandma Spinny, she a rider. That's his biological mom. She a rider. Just know that. That's where all my crazy side come from, right? Her mother found my dad's father's mother in the middle of nowhere, Louisiana. My great-grandfather was one of them high-end Masons. He had a lot of crazy stuff going on, had 14 kids with my great-grandmother, just with her. The Christian woman found this woman in the middle of nowhere, South, brought my great-grandmother and all her kids to the Nickerson Gardens to watch. The first 5-bedroom that was built in the Nickerson Gardens was built for my grandmother. Right. All of that happened, right? So kids, my dad's mother crossed the street in the projects. My grandfather crossed the street, made my dad, made me. But of course, the result of the hood, you got drugs, you got gangbanging and all that. But all of my uncles got kids all up and through. To the point where me and my cousins laugh about it because of our last name. We got a big old group chat. These are my daddy's first cousins. These are my second cousins. That's how crazy our uncles was getting down.
Yeah.
Kids everywhere. That's literally a part of what you know. Everybody your cousin, and it's really the truth. It's really scary. Like you just never know because women change last names. And if she stay on this side of the project, you stay, and you don't know that shit, sister, and y'all messed around, you really gotta know.
She might have got a voucher to go to the new homes. You feel me? The Peace Gates at the time. I know how it goes.
You know how I go.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so that was my upbringing for the most part. I'm a grandma's boy though, man. My mom's mom, rest in peace. I was my grandmother's caretaker. She raised me. She let me go outside, but that's my rider. So I was raised. I had the best of both worlds. I was outside, but I also had a foundation. My mom sent me to camps and stuff with white kids, Asian kids, early.
But the projects was offering that. Because I lived that. We did that. I golfed. My first time ever golfing.
Because I didn't live in there.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah. I'm just saying, that's how I got it.
Me neither. But they used to golf. They used to take us to Knoxbury Farm and everything. We used to go over there and play baseball in Nickerson's and everything. So, the projects offered funds.
Yeah, definitely.
Everything.
Hackler.
But when I got to Long Beach, that's when these niggas wasn't doing nothing. When I got here, they wasn't doing nothing. When I got to the Boys and Girls Club, they wasn't going to these nothing. When I was going to 102nd Street, I was going everywhere. When I got to Long Beach, I didn't go to a fucking field trip.
That's crazy, for real?
Yeah.
Do you think?
But the schools is 10 times better.
See,
but I can say that.
Some got to balance.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the programs, y'all doing a lot of stuff, but do y'all have a lot of resources going to the infrastructure?
I wouldn't know. I got up out of there.
That's the thing. You see what I'm saying? You can have, like you said, you can be going on field trips and going everywhere, but nobody's tackling the problem.
Oh yeah, of course. No,
That's what I mean.
The problem's not going to get tackled because it's too much. Like you said, half them, everybody's in there related. Everybody related. Everybody through them from that Wilmington to
Central.
It's fucking related.
Yeah, it's really like that. People, they joke about it. No, it's really the truth.
And Watts even bigger than that because it really go to Maine.
Yep.
But all that shit is related. You feel me? Like you said, your last name, all that. I've been meeting Freemans my whole fucking life just to bumping into him. And this nigga live on 115th and 100.
Right.
Yeah, but I think all of that shaped me into the father that I am now, man. Because I work 2 blue collar jobs, man. I hate both my jobs. Can't stand it.
What you do?
I'm a custodian, man. Oh my God. Y'all don't understand, man. When you clean up after people, I know how everybody live. People with PhDs in their office spill some chips. I know you seen these chips. And I come open the door and I'm like, if I saw it, I know you had to see it when you leave. You just nasty. You get what I'm saying? When you clean up behind people, you know how people live, you know how people are. But I hated it because my dad been a custodian for like 27 years. So I was so frustrated with our little back and forth. I never wanted to do it. But my kids got great benefits. I scrub toilets so my kids can do gymnastics and football and hurt themselves and all these different things. Picked up the second job. I'm working one job full-time, another job part-time. But I'm there. I work at Kaiser too. So I got a lot going on. I'm in school full-time. Knocking out these A's. I don't know if he want to do the claps. I don't know y'all do the claps, but I just got accepted into my bachelor's program.
I don't think you're supposed to tell us.
No?
Yeah.
Oh, y'all supposed to. Hey, this one of my second. So I'm still learning podcasting etiquette, y'all. You know, I'm
Nigga, let us do our thing.
Oh, okay. That's my bad.
Hey.
I'm still excited.
This the dad podcast.
Hey. I'm all for self-motivating.
Thank you, man. See, look at me not able to accept applaud right away. I gotta hurry up and give it for myself because I'm
You
small.
wanted it. You wanted it. You feel me? You was fishing.
It's still fresh. It's still fresh. Nah. Yeah, so I'm in school to become an educator, man, on the highest plateau. My dream was always been to be an educator in the community that I live in, work in, and that just leads to so many different open doors. The government has made a way for me to make money while teaching the government that they're racist.
Shout out to the government.
Yeah. So I didn't get to eat during COVID, so I'm gonna eat post COVID. You see that I was this close for putting my name on the list and getting some stuff, and I was just looking. I was like, nah, but I was going through stuff during that time, and my grandmother had just died. I wasn't really.
I would put my name on that.
I should have did it, man. Not enough people went to jail, man. I was like, oh man, it's just.
It was forgiving it.
It was forgiving it. What did I miss out on?
Man,
Look, he said, man.
we gonna get into fatherhood. I want to talk about fatherhood with both of y'all, but before we do that, you talked about your father detaching himself.
Mhm.
How old were you, and what was that feeling like? And I seen that you talked about you becoming a man and now understanding some of the things that he might have been dealing with at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So how did you accept that back? And what is your relationship like today?
Shoot, that's real touchy. So I just got into all of that recently. So literally what we saw in the other podcast, that was a fresh revelation. I've been in mental health. This is serious. I've been in my mental health journey for the last 3 years. So right before the pandemic started, I got a therapist, and I ain't stopped going. I was just talking to him yesterday about my son, another side conversation. And so it was around middle school, man. I don't want to put all my information out there, but a circumstance happened that affected the family that I found out later on in life, right? But because I had not lived life and put myself in that same circumstance
feel it.
multiple times, I don't justify his actions during that time with my mama. But then I get like, nigga, you almost messed up. Or nigga, you have messed up. You get what I'm saying? Trying to have a family or trying to figure out, I had not lived. So I had to forgive. It's like with my dad's relationship, I'm constantly forgiving him for stuff that wasn't his fault. And that's hard because I want it to be his fault. Like, bro, I'm showing up for mine. What's up? But my dad didn't have his father. Literally. And his father it literally is a generational thing. It went down, man. And it's like, why I gotta be the one to break this stuff? Because I'm now dealing with, at 32, finding my little boy moments. So a situation happened and I was triggered. I just tell you I was triggered. A situation happened within the family and I was triggered because that little boy wanted to be able to call, but I couldn't call him.
Yeah.
I have not been able to trust him all this time with my emotions and my feelings. To just last night, I'm holding my son and let him cry and get some of his emotions and feelings out, just being there for him at the same age at 12, just started middle school, 4.0 GPA, star DB, all these different things, but he's going through some stuff based off my decisions as his father that trickle down through the family. You see what I'm saying? Co-parent is not always easy.
No.
You see what I'm saying? Co-parent is probably one of the hardest things in the world.
One of the hardest things.
I don't know nothing about that.
And that's a blessing, dog. Like,
It is.
I'm gonna say,
my lady.
That is a blessing.
it's bro.
trust
Ain't no
me,
drama like baby mama drama.
From the outside looking in, I done seen some
Ain't
things.
no drama.
I'm sorry.
Well,
I don't.
just speaking for me, I don't really have the baby mama drama. I feel like I have a unique situation with mine. But at the end of the day, it's like the thing that make it challenging for me is, and maybe her too, is implementing certain things in your household, right? And then they might go back home or go somewhere else. And then it's like you have to reiterate the same thing. when
Yeah,
you come back
the work.
sometimes.
Yeah, it's like I call it
You gotta
detoxing.
you gotta put your memory card back.
Yeah, I call it detoxing. So like my oldest son, I have 2 sons. My oldest son, he just recently moved with me, like 2 years ago. But it was a fight to get him that because I had prayed to God, like, man, I want my son to live with me. Because my baby boy had been thugging it out with me since he was like 5 or 6. My oldest son, it was week on, week off, his whole life. So I was like, man, he getting ready to get to that age. He was smelling himself. And y'all already know I'm not that dad. We can
How
get
old
down,
is your
though.
children?
I got 14, 12, 10, and 7. 2 boys and 2 girls.
They all close in age.
Yep. They all, every 2 years I was
That's
boom,
how my
boom.
that's how my
Boom, boom.
is. But I take a
Yeah, I had
time
got
off. Then
I had got married too. So it's 4 children, 14, 12, 10, and 7, 2 boys, 2 girls, and 3 mothers. I got my oldest son has his own mother, my middle 2 have their own mother, and my baby girl has her own mother. And that's how it is. So I'm literally managing.
Oh, shit.
Right, dog. That what you just
Do
said?
you still go through, okay,
you
damn,
live in polygamy.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
You said I'm looking polygamy? Nah.
No, you are. What are you talking
Daddy, yeah, you're right.
about? I know it's hard for you to realize.
That's interesting.
That's lots of
you
growth.
have a whole village, brother,
I definitely do.
with 3 different women that you're gonna have to deal with for the rest of your life.
The rest, well,
Yeah, no, rest of your life.
yeah, the rest of my life.
Yeah, that's
It's
Yeah.
a headache,
Yeah.
but it can be a blessing too.
yeah. You just gotta learn how to. You know what I mean?
Y'all gotta ask me.
You
What's
still
up?
I don't know, but I don't
Ask
want to
me-
do it.
ask me what you
You
about-
still learning how to
Yeah, I
navigate
wasn't
with
trying to deal
having
with that,
3
but-
different baby mothers?
Yeah, so it's a little bit different, man, because my oldest, he's a teenager now. So, and then he lived, like the boys live with me full time now. At this current part of my parenting, the boys live with me full time. My daughter,
How did y'all establish that? I don't mean to cut you.
no, go ahead.
I feel like that's perfect.
So my baby
That's
boy,
dope.
my ex-wife just gave him to me. She was like, here. He was like, what I'm gonna do, say no? Like, I guess she had her own stuff going on and she felt the need to give him to me and he been rocking with me ever since.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, but yeah, she was smart though. That was smart on her because you didn't want him to lose that image of her, and you could just take him and make him be a man. You can clean your own shit up, dude. You feel me?
That's
Because I got
Maybe.
daughters. You feel me? And I feel like even you know, even you got 2 kids.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
They can from us. They can take certain shit from us. You feel me? Like certain stuff from us, they know we not gonna we know they know. But with mama, I can
Right.
what?
This is also her.
I can mama,
This is also
Yeah.
her second child. So she had a son before, then she had him with me, and then we had my oldest daughter. So it was a bad custody battle thing. It was really bad, really toxic. And then he just came with me, and she had Kyra, but then we ended up getting joint custody. So I was getting both kids. I didn't been through the custody battle, the child support stuff. I didn't been through all of that with no lawyer, no financial gain, none of that.
Would you just representing yourself?
I just was showing up because these my kids.
as you should.
You get what I'm saying? And like I fought, like what you mean? Because
As you
I've sacrificed. I had to go to jail and get caught up in some BS and not have a job for years, still taking care of my kids. They all got my last name.
Mm-hmm.
I was taking care of my ex-wife's son for 8 years straight, 9 years straight, and that stopped when she got married to her new husband. That's the truth. And as soon as I met her, he was 3 months. I was in his life ever since. So how did that? You asked the question earlier. How did that work with my oldest? It was a lot of chaos first because I never got a chance to ask because the chaos had already started. He challenging me as a man. We in the movies, and you forgetting like, hold on, dog. What you think this is? We can get down up in here. I'm the wrong one. You got all this pep in your step, and he showed his butt at the Cinemark in Carson.
Mm-hmm.
And I snapped. I went black. I'm like, oh, it's on. I'm telling them to come so we won't be under the cameras because I don't want nothing to go viral because you done lost your mind, right? Every adult, the security guards and everyone was telling him, you wrong. And it was because he was lying on some other stuff, but he's at that stage. And he's his mama. He's his mama's only child. So he's spoiled. He done been spoiled his whole life, getting his way entitled. So now you come over here, it's discipline, it's structure. He didn't like that at first. I didn't see my son for almost a whole year because she was saying that she feels threatened for my son.
What was those times like, bro? Not seeing your son for that whole year.
That was one of the roughest. Because he's in the 8th grade now.
Because I couldn't imagine. Right
Oh, I'm gonna tell you.
You know what I'm saying?
The only time that I was not able to be in my children's lives is when I went to jail, I had something to do with work or something with my dream and anything like that. Anytime somebody kept my kids away from me, is because of the other legal parent that kept it. I ain't never, give me the kid, you can't see them. That's happened to me on all 3 mothers in their own little small different way. Somebody asked me somebody wrote a joke and was like, you should just go back to your baby. I did some stand-up. They was like, you should just go back to your 3 baby mamas. That's funny, but the truth is, how could I ever talk to a woman who used a child?
Yeah. My trust is shot.
Completely.
How can
shot.
you ever trust? Yeah.
Even if you throw in like you threw child support at me and
That's
you've known what I've been
love
through
the
with you.
most.
That's wild.
Yeah.
How could you? That's what I never trust you again. It's all love and I love you, but I can never see myself because why would you do that? Like, why would we get that low? But it was rough, bro.
That's like kind of the reason why not to mine, but for the people that's why I live private. You feel me? Because people attention is just to know to throw. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And if you know, well, and I kind of don't care if you throw it at me because I mean my shit stink. You know, I'm the nigga. But, you feel me? But I always notice that about people. Like
Yeah, for sure.
I don't. Even when I talk, I might say my jokes, but I'm never going personal with you. You feel me? I always know as a person will shoot where he know you'll go low, and that should just be always so hilarious to me. Like you're trying your best to get to me.
But I didn't watch the judge. I didn't been through all of that.
Yeah.
With no legal representation, just hearing it. Back custody battles, all that's like for what we down here for? Like this is crazy. I didn't racked up $30,000 in child support for what? I've been taking care of my. I have to advocate for the men who don't have a voice.
Why you think it's like that, bro, with the system? Like, you can be doing everything right as a co-parent.
Mm-hmm.
But if the mother disagree with something you doing, maybe your lifestyle, maybe something outside of the children, they could go file child support.
They go get on the county. Most of them go get on the county.
Yeah, it's welfare. I pay the welfare. So I'll tell y'all how to like this. Welfare is welfare, right? Now, it's best men don't know, and now you're asking why do women do stuff like this? Because men don't know what to do. So now I tell young dudes, oh, that's your girl. Okay, that's cool. That ain't your wife. So y'all need to establish custody of the baby when the baby get here. Straight up, men are not taught the things that you have to do because when a baby is born by law, it technically still belongs to the mother. If technically nobody owns the child. And once you put the child on welfare, the government owns the child.
Right.
And whoever is representing the government and taking care and supporting that child. You got to sign the birth certificate. It's all type of loopholes.
That's why I made sure.
We just don't have enough information. My people perish because of lack of knowledge. We do not teach this to our sons. My oldest son, I'm sorry, he was born September 2nd, 2011. I think maybe a week or 2 weeks later, I got child support papers from my oldest son when my baby boy was born. Why'd you go get on? At this time, I didn't know it was welfare. I don't know nothing. I'm young. I'm 19.
Man,
I just had my first son at
I got
18.
a story about that too.
Been through all of that, dog. Had to fight it. I still can't get a passport. Still paying off that same debt because of some BS. You get what I'm saying? Like it's a weapon.
I learned that too. I learned trying to go get on food stamps, and they said, "Are you willing to give up your rights to your child?" And I just walked out. Get up out of there. What? That's so crazy.
It's crazy out here, bro.
That's basically how it was set up, though.
Mhm.
Pretty much. So we, just like you said, though, we didn't have the education, the young black man. We didn't have education, so we just out here having children. And what are most mothers out here doing? They're going to get on county, they're going to get on WIC and all
Right.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody got to pay for it.
Somebody got to pay for it.
So if somewhere that you're listed as a father or something, and the mother's on some type of public assistance, you got to pay for that shit.
Yes, sir.
Right.
I found that out the hard way.
Right.
Yeah. That's what they say. You provide unless you deem broke.
You're going to provide one way or another.
You have to go. Yeah, you'll have to. Disclaimer: none of you weird niggas gonna do this. But
Wait, shit. What you about to say?
No. There's a way. If there's a will, there's a way. I'm finna, you know what I mean? I didn't. Come on, I'm iced up, baby.
Hey.
I'll tell you what I'm saying. I'm gamed up, but I don't. But you can go get on the county, and if you do your shit and go through it for the whole like 18 months of it, the government will deem you broke. So there's nothing they can do to you.
Oh yeah, definitely.
They'll deem you unbroke, but disclaimer: none of you niggas gonna do that to get out of the situation, take care of your kids. Though that's all I gotta say. But,
Go get a job.
Yeah.
Go get a job.
Go get a job.
And I know you're not. A lot of dudes don't want to hear that, but if you really you gotta have the court. I found out the custodial parent. You gotta be working 40 hours and at least have somewhere for the child to be.
Yeah, somewhere to lay his head. Yeah.
Don't never let the woman tell you anything. You just gotta. The best thing to do is get legal advice and legal representation. That'll save you tons of heartache and boy. I was going there showing I was young dad, back and forth, joint custody, back and forth, child support, back and forth, trying to control this and things like that. It was sickening, bro. Dudes was getting their savings wiped off. Didn't know that they had child support on a child or whatever, racked it up. And he came was like they garnished my whole type of bank account. Cause you can't have over $3,500 in your bank account or they gonna come get it. If you owe over $3,500. And if you owe over $2,500, you can't get a passport. And they suspend your license every couple months. For children that live with you, they had to forgive me for almost 2 years of my 2 to 3 years of my child support because the kid's been living with me.
Yeah.
Cause it was just, and I didn't know. Nobody taught me the game, dog.
And they was living with you, and
I know people, honestly, bro.
Just because
that's so messed up.
I know
Because she knows, and she didn't go take
Exactly.
you off of it. You feel me? And I don't like to play
people
the.
that pay child support that have they don't have legal custody, but they've been having their children for years. Bro.
Mm-hmm.
Years. That's a sad situation.
Yeah, dog.
But that's when you got to go back and be like, "Yeah, I got buddy. Like I got to do something
And
with this."
I'm trying
It's
to
not
tell you.
as easy.
No, I know it's
I'ma tell you right now,
see.
everything's about
see.
when you file paperwork and what you can prove in a court of law.
Yeah.
So
Nothing's easy. That's
I
the
went
thing
down there
about
with the
everything.
shoebox and a box full of receipts when I first got on child support the first time, and I didn't have a job, and I was still figuring that stuff out. And they told me, "How we know that you pay for that child?" At this time, I didn't even know nobody has custody of this child. Then she got on welfare, so technically she talking to me like she owned the child.
Yeah.
So I come down with a box like he be at my house 3-4 times a week. My grandmother's his baby. I didn't know. I was 18, 19, and he got real sick. So, and she looked at me like I was crazy. This information, I went to Dominguez, had a men's summit, and I walked by. I think I was like, I'm 32 now, so I think I was about 27, maybe 28. I walked by and there was a child support banner. It was all male representation, lawyers, and the dudes who work for the child support office, but the men. I sat there for 2 hours and he told me the game. These are the more events that we need. We need to have child support summons for free. Forget trying to pay. I be seeing dudes who want to charge. Y'all want to charge for stuff like that?
Of course, because that's the I don't even want to.
I'm a revolutionary, man. We charging for the wrong things.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
Charging for the wrong things, dog. I don't care what nobody tell me. We trying to market everything.
I agree with you.
You get what I'm saying?
100%.
I'm going to school to teach children.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I want to go to school to teach children. Yeah, they paying teachers better now, but
Shit, they pay teachers down, but shit, now they trying to never mind. They want to charge their kids to go to their little academies. They tell me they go do.
you see what I'm saying?
Knowing told hood kids like oh your kids like I don't know. It's a lot of nuances and things that piss me off, but I don't be wanting to say nothing. But we do the most to each other. Like we don't.
I'm gonna say it. I'm a comedian. I'm gonna say it.
We not trying to. How can I sell if I know you make $50,000 a year? Why am I trying to sell you something for 10?
You know how that
When
is?
I know your rent, when I know you pay $32,000 in rent a year. Come on, man, that don't make sense to me, bro. You not trying to help. You just
Yeah, no,
trying
definitely.
to wave something in my face and like I don't know, bro.
I be on
I don't
Instagram.
know.
I'm gonna let you go. I be on Instagram, and all this stuff is what we supposed to be telling our people, dog.
That's what I feel like.
Like, why are we?
And they gonna say what they gonna say? They gonna say the game is to be sold, not told.
I'm like,
We've been
what?
told our whole life.
man.
So this is what I would do, and I'm gonna be quiet. I will use my natural born gifts and pay y'all to come see me. That's what this whole stand-up comedy thing is about. I can make y'all laugh, we're gonna have a good time, and I'm gonna love on y'all, and we gonna get up out of here. That ain't got nothing to do with when you say, Akila, I gotta come speak at a school. If I ever go on tour, I'm gonna try to make it to every middle school, every high school for free. Why are we trying to
Right.
all these dudes who come to concert? Beyonce had a whole music video over there in the courts over there on Alondra and Central where Serena and Venus learned how to play. It was this whole little thing. How many tennis programs we got though? Beyonce didn't leave no money. Or bring. That's easy to come in. Hi. That's real easy to do. You get what I'm saying? A lot of the celebrities come in, and I'm not knocking them, but I'm not saying that they don't have ways, but we have to be touchable again. We're not touchable no more. Everybody wants to be all over.
Everybody want to be idolized.
Yeah, man. That's not that idolatry, that whole idolatry and that attention need, that's an addiction, bro. I have a life. Like, I don't go home to your kids. Go to the park.
Funniest thing is entertaining, acting like you're not supposed to entertain me when I see you. Like, nigga, you're entertainment, man. Like,
This ain't church? Like, yeah, do something, dog.
I read books, man. I read books, entertainment. That shit got head chopped off of a nigga didn't laugh right.
For real.
Like,
For real.
like, that's what it was. Like, and now they're so like glorified. That's why I be unfollowing like the celebrities and shit. Like, who is Buddy? Like, you feel me? Like,
I don't follow
what's these
none of
niggas?
I think I don't see no good I see corny dads. And when I say corny dads, I know that's the thing, right? Like, people say Russ. I feel like Russ, we know what's up.
Russ the realest nigga to do it.
And he's just being a dad.
And I'm gonna run you his stats. He's a nigga that got $100 million check and left the white girl to the sister.
Listen, Russ just taking care of his child.
He doing exactly what he's supposed
He's
to.
doing what he's supposed
Why
to.
we
But what you supposed to do is corny. Don't never forget in
Yeah.
the black community, what you supposed to do is corny.
Yeah.
Don't never forget that.
Him and Sierra's relationship, I don't care about.
Yeah, that's a fact.
That's
Everything
true.
you
You're supposed to do is corny.
What you supposed to do
That
is
shit
that
is
shit supposed to be corny, man. When you do the right thing, it's
Shit.
corny.
Yeah.
Idolize the wrong shit.
Yeah, man.
We really be on some, and I've been using this term a little bit more. We be on some black hillbilly type shit.
We like the gangster. That's the American
Black
way.
hillbilly.
America was
Our
built off
culture.
crime and gangsterism,
That's the
and
black
that's what
culture.
we like.
This
man. No-
black culture that we have here in America is not the same black culture that we had when we was back home.
I seen that
Oh, yeah,
shit. too.
definitely.
Yeah.
It's just we adopted hillbilly behavior and culture, and we must coin it as our own. So that's what our culture is.
Some place, probably the South. Probably the South.
Hillbilly.
Oh, he would know. He
Elaborate
always
a
a
little
hillbilly
bit.
as a
All
form
of
of
it.
ignorance, not necessarily
Yeah.
the hillbilly. The South, how you just brought up the South,
ignorance.
that's a good reference. But he was talking about ignorance over.
Oh yeah,
as
of
a whole.
course. But that's who we got to mingle with.
It's all that ignorant shit that we glorify and
That's
that,
who we have to
that
mingle
we
with. Yeah, the American way. America. That's what we glamorize: crime and gangsterism. You feel me? This shit was built on. This is just built on. They gangstered us. Everything they do is crime. Everything Al Pacino, all that shit. The Italian mob, all that shit
the
we
unions and all
glorify.
that,
Yeah,
yeah.
but but look at the average worker, you know what I mean? That's who they corn as corny, you feel me? The females, you don't make this, you corny. So the dude doing the right thing, taking care of somebody's kid and just loving his girl he don't got no bitches, he ain't doing this. To us, that's like he corny.
I feel like he just living his freaking life. I
fuck with Russ. He a normal quarterback. He a quarterback.
I fuck with Russ.
I fuck with Russ too.
Now we
A lot of
do.
people-
You know what I'm saying? We do,
A lot of
but
people
you know,
But
a lot of people
he is
do.
the pun of the joke.
Yeah, and I
You
wouldn't
feel
even
me?
joke like I'm a dad, man.
Like remember when niggas was like Nick Cannon corny till they figured out
Yeah.
Nick Cannon was really him. Like you feel me? Like
I still think he corny.
I will rather be Nick Cannon than Young Boosie any day.
For sure.
like period, nigga.
But I mean, this whole thing with corny, like, what makes a nigga corny just because he?
I don't know, but that's what if you look at if you tell a story,
I think it's
Nick
the
Cannon, they're gonna say he's corny. No, because he's happy.
It's the media.
He's happy. He's not trying to portray a gangster. Nick Cannon is who you
That's-
is when you get raised by a gangster. Your son be soft and smiling because he knows what it is. His dad is a top-notch nigga from San Diego that started a game.
True.
Like you. Look at your son. Plays football, good guy. Nice, respectable young man. You feel me?
Shout out Lil Day.
Shout out Lil Day, you feel me?
Champ, man, Mayfair. Shout out Mayfair.
Shout out Mayfair.
Okay, shout out, yeah.
You feel me? Have you ever seen it? Like in real life, you seen one of them badass little kids, you be looking at their parents like, he was never like that. Or they was this around. Why is he like? But when you see the person kid that was terrorizing, you see a little kid, like, this little nigga a nerd.
Yeah.
This little nigga play
So they
video
come
games.
to the point.
Like, this little nigga
If
corny.
you really love your child, your son,
That's what I'm
especially you got a son, if you love them the way you say you do, you don't want them to grow up in the environment that you
Yep.
did.
Every
See
top
some
rank-
of the same shit. Obviously, you can't
You can't stop.
stop what the world has to offer.
Yeah.
You right? But at the same time, you gonna control the things that you can't control.
Yeah.
So I just look at it from that standpoint.
Do you? Let me ask y'all a question. All three of y'all. Do you guys expose your children to the other side?
Hell yeah.
Yes, sir.
That's it.
Yeah.
And I,
That's
Hell
what I'm gonna ask you too.
Hell
'Cause
yeah.
If they don't see it, then they'll be
I don't
shocked.
lie.
Yeah, I'm-
My children.
Gotta-
yeah.
You know what I'm
I'm with.
That's the only side I know.
Let me tell you something. I talk to my kids like Bernie Mac and Rick and Morty.
Yes, sir.
Like Rick and Morty is
Yes,
saving
sir.
my life because I got a
Man, come
super
on,
smart
man.
kid. So I just be on that. But I talk
Yeah,
to my kids
that's what I got,
crazy.
too.
I don't whatever.
And that's just the relationship that we have. You
We
feel
were
me?
young
Like
parents,
we
though,
connect
too.
like that too. But man, like when mine's, it ain't never been no, and I'm sure same for y'all, just hearing
Yeah.
y'all stories and knowing my boy Dez, but it ain't never been no half stepping with my fatherism. You feel
No,
me?
100.
Like it's always ain't no day they can't never say no time.
Stand on it.
No nothing.
Put me in the ground.
Feel me? So I always lived by that code. I
appreciate-
always
yeah.
been that, but I've always made sure that I was me. I'm gonna be me. I'm not gonna sit up here and give y'all this imitation
Yeah.
of who I am. Y'all gonna know where I come from, who I am, what we doing, what's going on, this mean this, Bloods over here, Crips
Yeah,
over
100.
here. You know what I'm saying? You gonna know all that shit.
Yeah.
They got phones.
I'm gonna give you the
Yeah.
game.
They know. My sons love rap music.
They
So
got-
I can't hide that, bro.
I love rap.
And this
I still
entertainment.
love rap.
This is entertainment. Most of these niggas saying this, doing this, don't get fooled, homie.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of these niggas wouldn't bust no grape in a fruit fight.
Right?
Because
Real
I
shit.
just showed my son Mikey. And you know, Mikey little situation, he got caught up because he pretty much blew his bag in a sense. He's a star basketball player out of San Diego.
Oh yeah, yeah.
His case so tricky though. You read
It's,
it?
I read it.
So
It's tricky. But to even be in that
Because it's-
conversation,
Yeah, you shouldn't have.
Mikey.
Right.
And I'm like, where's his father? I'm like, isn't this the
See,
same
but
dad?
you gotta.
No. I think Mikey dad was in the streets too. I think his dad wasn't around. Like
But like, what? I guess for
I
me,
think it's like this. Him and his dad is going through the same path. Like his dad was a star NBA player, about to go to the
Oh,
NBA.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, his dad was.
I didn't know
his
that.
dad was.
So he find his own generation.
Come on,
pretty
man.
much.
Yeah,
And do y'all think nobody's grabbing him by the arm and really?
he was. Nigga, he was LeBron. He was going over LeBron house.
That's
Like
true.
it's just. It's.
Sometimes
I'm like,
you can't
that's
say
what
that,
is
man.
promoted. Like he said, no one is telling these kids this is fake.
Yeah.
Look, this ain't this. We don't live in Chicago. This ain't that. We
Nah,
don't live in
100.
we live in California.
They will
Whereas-
hook you.
Or these motherfuckers gonna arrest you. You feel me?
Yeah,
Even though
100.
California's getting kind of lawless, but they're still
No,
gonna arrest
California
you.
has been turning in Gotham City.
They're gonna arrest you
Yeah.
though. They're gonna put you in jail.
Yeah.
But you might get out. But they're gonna arrest you.
But to see, I guess in my mind, maybe because where we come from, and I tell my son all the time to know that, like my baby boy, star football player out of Carson Colts, getting ready to start hooping too. But
Yeah,
he's
Carson,
been
yeah.
trained by two 5-star recruits all the time. These like his homies.
Yeah.
They train him. They both got full scholarships to Oregon. we know about the deals and everything like that. My son's face is all over USC. He went to a visit with one of the wide receivers. He and all that. They love him. He been in the locker room, right? He at the Chargers game right now with his team. So he got his stuff going on.
His politics right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm telling you guys.
4.0 GPA.
Sports ain't no longer about the
principals,
goods.
honor
Like, you
roll.
gotta go get it. You gotta go
You got to go get it.
get into the
But
industry. Man,
for Mikey to know that you got all this
Sorry.
money coming in and you want to go do that, you got like, bro, you're getting access to all of this.
You had a Lambo at 16.
See,
Lambo truck.
at that age, I feel like when you giving, so when you know you worked hard for it, but you see how easy it is for you to get based off of your talent, bro. At some point, you still gonna want to rebel because you still.
LeBron didn't let me real though, and they kind of in the same situation. A lot of these
LeBron's different. I'm not going.
Yeah,
LeBron's
yeah.
okay,
different. human
LeBron
being.
has
LeBron's
they've been mentoring him since he was like 10, 11,
Yeah.
12, so that is kind of different.
It's other cats that make way more NIL money than him that are not.
Yeah, no, I know that, but just for him to be what he is, because he made Instagram too. Like he was one of the
he
first
got
ballers.
Instagram famous.
That's
and all
what
that.
I'm saying. You getting money
Yeah.
on a whole nother level.
He was getting
quickly.
everything.
Everything,
And
dog.
Even when the basketball rankings dropped it down, he didn't make the McDonald's game or nothing, and that it's all like in a 3-month span. Then
just trickle down.
that
So
happened.
what do you think? Well, my question is to you guys: Why does that happen? Even though they're able to change their families' lives, like why? Like if so your
They still kids, man.
still kids.
They
So do
still
you give
kids.
yourself? Let me ask you: do y'all give yourself grace for when y'all was 17, 18, 19, 20? 20?
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
Me too.
Fuck yeah.
Mhm.
Finally, though, it took me a minute.
It
Took me a minute.
Did it probably happen when you're speaking to your therapist?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Over the course of the last 3 years,
Okay.
dog. Like I was 18 having children, 19 having children. By the time I was 21, I already had 3 children. I got married and divorced at 21.
And you found out your first child, right? Like 2 months away. 2 months away from her delivering the child, right?
Oh yeah, so I found out about my oldest son 2 weeks before I graduated high school. That was in June. He came in August.
You really was living a watch nigga
Man,
story.
yeah, you right? You a wild boy.
But I had and
You a
what?
wild boy.
Hey, slow down, dog. My mama might see this. Dog. Slow down. But yeah, man. And then I was like, okay, well, I got 2 boys. I got a baby mama here, and then I got 2 boys right here with her, and then she got a son. I'm like, man, I'm gonna just try to do the family thing. I'm young, man. I'm
I'm about to grow up
about to grow up. That didn't work. It's just
because he wasn't grown.
to me to get into to be 32 years old now and the level of forgiving myself, the only consequence of forgiving yourself for the past is that I've had children who had to come up with all of that.
Yeah.
And now I was raised with my children. Like my 7-year-old is raised completely different from my 14-year-old, my 12-year-old. My boys are my boys, right? But how I deal with Amara, I've had a lot of practice. So a lot of the disagreements me and her mama have is this is her first child. This is my 4th.
Yeah. I know what I'm doing.
And I'm quiet, like I don't boast about it. We dads. You don't get, that's what you supposed to do. Dog. You don't get kudo points for you taking care of your child. You crazy? Like,
Right.
if fathers, they don't
But you know so many people that, but you know.
from us,
Yeah.
though, from us.
Yeah, man. But see, I'm inspired when I be around good dads
Mhm.
that I could learn from. And that's one of the reasons we got this shit popping like this. You feel me?
Mm.
Like, so to see that on a natural, on a everyday basis or weekly, daily, it only gonna sharpen your game up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I do commend the men that are fathers because it's easy to run away though, dog.
Hell yeah,
You feel
man.
me?
Do y'all know
Or-
more
or-
people that run away than?
Yeah.
know a lot.
I know a lot of people. I know a lot of
But
people
I
that got
know
told.
a lot of
I
fathers.
got a lot of people that got told by their pops was, I was just gonna wait till you was 18.
How you? Ooh,
That's different.
why though?
I don't know.
Maybe to beat the system.
My dad was caught up in the life. I've already been forgave my dad, and I don't have no right from him. I love my pops to death. Like, you feel me? That's my dude. Only thing I hate that he took away from me was I don't see him as a superhero, and I feel like you know what I mean. That's the only thing I don't see him as. I see his flaws, and I think I shouldn't have been able to see that. I think I should
I
have been
can't
able
tell
to
you.
be judged.
I can't even tell you if my dad has ambitions or goals or dreams. I talk about my dream. My kids are watching me live it in front of them. So like I can't like Dad, this is all you ever like. We don't have that, and that's what I like, the superhero stuff.
Mhm.
I was going through something. My feelings was hurt. I
Yeah.
couldn't even call him. Like, I don't trust you, dog. I can't trust you with my feelings because you in your own little world. And I think that's what I missed because I accept him for the BS.
Yeah,
I didn't
no.
did BS.
No, yeah, that's the only thing. But I can trust my pops. My pops 100 with that. I could call him and everything.
Yeah, I'm not there yet. And I'm working on it though,
Yeah.
because I want to be there.
But the guy me over there, I had to let him know how I felt.
And I think I haven't fully said
I had to let him
exactly
know.
how I need to say it, the way it needs to be said.
I used to be jealous. I used to go over there and look over there, look at the mountain more and everything, and just just envious because I was mad. But after I let him know, it was over with. I felt better about myself.
As a man.
Yeah,
I got you.
But and I also know when you sit there and talk. When I talked to him, he was telling me like the drugs I was caught up and so forth and everything else. It was like, all right, I understand. I won't ever do that because I'm not gonna ever do no I'm not gonna do no
Right.
fuck shit. I ain't going to jail. You feel me? So I get you. You feel me? And I was made out of something else, so I know you.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
And I'm not holding no stripes over that. You feel me? Like you said, like I know that time was a wild time. I'm the shit you went through. I'm never gonna go through. I'm never gonna go through that. I'm never gonna go through that.
I think it's a hard time because I can't call on my dad because he don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
He've always had my mama.
See,
My mama always been solid. I'm calling you about baby mama drama. He don't know what I'm talking about. He ain't never had it. I can't vent to him because he be like, because he had my mama was a cold one. And that's been a disconnect. I be trying to like, hey, dad, I can't even, because like I'm talking about something that you, outside of your homeboys, you don't know, you can't even, oh, Keela, this is what you got.
But
that's me too though.
So
I can't do that. But
when you are, let me ask you this: when you are venting to someone, does that only determine if they can relate to you, or do you just need someone to hear you out?
Nah, I haven't spoken to my dad the way I needed to in the last couple months because it was something that was going on. I just needed a break because I knew my feelings was hurt. That's my daddy.
yeah,
I'm raising a 14-year-old and a 12-year-old with no blueprint, like as none of us probably have. You know what I'm saying? And so at this current moment, I'm just now taking the necessary time to release some things because I don't want to step into the same stuff that I've been dealing with for 32 years into year 33 of being on this world.
yeah.
I'm doing the work to make sure that my children are in a better space in the next couple of years and to plant the foundation for them to catapult off of. That means I'm gonna have to fully get some stuff right with me and my dad. 100%. Because then how can I hold my son like how I did last night for what he had got going on? And I need to call my dad like that. I just sometimes just wanted to hug you, man. Like I never been that sensitive with him, and so I'm trying to figure out how I can do that.
You think? But do you think some of them? Some of them. I know people that got dads and never did that in their life.
Well, this is what I want.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
some of them not. Some fathers not like that. Some of them like I didn't grow up like that. We ain't about to start doing that.
I mean, if that's
You feel me?
if
Like
that's his take.
some of them, some men is too overly manly for themselves.
That's
Like you feel me? Like
that's real talk. Overly manly for himself.
Like so what you thinking you about to get is in his perspective on nothing. You about to cry to him. He probably gonna be like, man, you a bitch. Toughen up, nigga. I'm from Watts. Like you feel me? Like you feel me? Like you know what I'm saying? That's what we so used to like I said, like remember like I said earlier over there? We want that shit that nobody never got. A lot of niggas didn't get that. You feel me? A lot of people, not to say you wrong for wanting that,
Right.
but a lot of men, period, never got that validation from their father. A lot of us.
I think that's why that meme is so popular. You seen that picture of them people sitting in front of a mirror and then they see their childhood selves. You really gotta be that parent that you needed when you was a child.
Right,
You gotta
most
kind of
definitely.
parent yourself as an adult. And it's kind of crazy to say. You spend all these years thinking certain things are supposed to be a certain type of way, certain things are supposed to feel a certain type of way, but you don't know until you become an adult. And you've seen both sides now, from a kid now to an adult. Now you gotta look yourself in the mirror and hug yourself. And
Yeah, it's
forgive
cold.
yourself and
Most
talk to
definitely.
yourself.
Most definitely.
And pick
And tell them
yourself
little
up.
niggas you love them.
Oh,
You feel me?
You gotta
And tell them,
stand
you know
up.
what I mean? Like, you know what I mean?
but I am learning as a father. I am learning when to be, broken down in front of my son, and when to be like, all right, I know what you need to do. So, like last night, I just know he needed to cry.
Yeah.
He had been moping a couple days. He got some stuff going on. So I was like, he got up from his nap. I was like, you good? And he gave me that. We know what's up. I was like,
Right.
come give me a hug, man. And he That
Right.
turned into about 35 to 45 minutes of crying. But I wasn't crying with him because I didn't want to and I didn't need to. But I also was letting him know, like, go ahead, get it out.
Mhm.
You good? Well, let me know when you're done.
Right.
I'm typing my paper
Right.
while he in my lap, 12-year-old, close to right here in my lap and letting him cry. And I said, you good? You feel better? All right, go take a shower, get yourself together. I'll make you something to eat.
That's good self-awareness because, you know, we all went through that as kids too, you feel me? We had plenty of guests. Remember your brother got a rhyme about that.
Mhm.
Remember? Walk through the house, my pops don't even know me.
Yeah, facts.
A lot of them, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Because we so distant from them.
Yeah.
Did you have your pops?
No.
No?
My pops, I seen him maybe like twice in my whole life.
Wow.
And that's where a lot of my childhood anger kind of stemmed from. Because the only time I did see him, he didn't acknowledge me at all. Like he came in, he talked to my moms. He didn't acknowledge me, look my way, none of that. And then from then on, I just remember he had an old white Cadillac in the back. I was kind of just sitting there. It had a little heat damage from the windshield. I walked on and ended up stumping it out. I was probably like 5 years old.
Yeah.
Just sitting there stomping on the windshield. I was so mad that after all this time, after 5 years, I finally get to meet you. You don't even acknowledge me.
Mm.
So as I became an adult, I had to address that head
Yeah.
on because that fueled a lot of my anger, and it fueled a lot of my abandonment issues with relationships. And I noticed that, and I'm like, nah, this ain't it.
Mm.
And I had to sit myself down, like, you know,
Yeah, reevaluate
metaphorically,
everything.
yeah, I had to sit myself down, like, nah, this is where this came from. You know, you are worth it. You enough. You're lovable to the point to where somebody not gonna abandon you, so don't abandon yourself, and kind of build on that.
Yeah.
Yep, that's what you got to go through. It's them, not me. That's why we saying this.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
you
Let
gotta
me
go
ask you
through it.
this, starting with you. Do you have how many children you have?
I only got one.
One daughter. How old is your daughter?
8.
Do you have she old enough? Do you have that emotional connection with your daughter? And for y'all too, with y'all children? And do y'all show that vulnerable side with y'all children? Because me, I feel like that's something that I'm learning, right? To be vulnerable more with my children instead of being the hard working dad all the time. The dad that fixes this, the dad that knows this and always have the correct answers. I want them to see my failures too as well. You know, because I don't want my son to think that it's just all gonna be a perfect world. My dad was He-Man, you feel me? And he didn't have no
No
obstacles,
stumble.
no stumblings through.
Right, yeah,
So what really made him? You feel what I'm saying?
yeah.
So do you have that emotional connection and vulnerable with your daughter like that?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy that you said that because these past, I would say like 3 years, I struggle with that a lot. I struggle with, you know, because when you the superhero in somebody's eyes, it's kind of hard to show them your kryptonite.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to struggle with that. I had to kind of shift from always trying to be that superhero that's okay, everything's done, the house taken care of, bills taken care of, everything is good. You got clothes in your back, but what about your emotions? How are you feeling? How's your mental? You only 7, 8 years old, but I still need to know, like, you know, how you feeling. You need to know how I'm feeling.
Most definitely.
But then I'm trying to, you know, build this and do this, but daddy fucked up right here. I need you to see this so you can know, like, okay, this is the lessons I learned from this. So when your time come, oh yeah, I remember when dad, you know, went through this. He taught me about this. Let me step over this pitfall or go around it. I really struggle with that. I had to kind of be vulnerable, not only for myself, but for my child. And I just kind of put myself in her shoes. Okay, when I was a kid, I wish I had somebody that was a little bit more vulnerable with me. Like, yeah, you put clothes on my back and all this other
Right.
type of stuff, but you ain't really talk to me. Like, you wasn't really here with me like that. I didn't really have a voice like that.
Right.
So I've been trying to be way more of that, trying to be more present when I'm at home, trying to make sure that I got an open door policy. You feel some type of way, even if it's small. Come talk to me. Let me know how you feel, because it's gonna be a time where you become a teenager, and that's not gonna be your first instinct to go do that. I want you to already have them habits already built in you to come talk to me.
Most definitely, bro. I agree.
You asking specifically for our daughters, right?
Nah, for your
just-
sons too.
He just he only got his daughter.
Yeah, all he have is a daughter.
Oh, okay.
So
I got.
especially your son too, because you know how your sons they look dad.
Oh, I tell you, yeah.
You know what I'm
I think I am very vulnerable with my sons. Sometimes I don't give it to them the motherly way or the woman way. Like I try to express myself to my children because they're still children in different ways. The music I play, like small little intricate things. They know that, whether I'm going through it, I'm on some rest, whatever the case may be. I think I do it like that. But my sons, yeah, I think I've learned to do that better now in the last couple years. I'm dealing with teenage boys, and they need to be okay. That is because they experience, like my baby boy, once again, one of his teammates got into a severe car accident during the season, and then another teammate, like 2 days later, their mom died. You get what I'm saying? This is a 11-year-old team. This is right before a major playoff game last year. To see all the kids just going through that, my lifestyle, him being around again, I was raised with my children. You get what I'm saying? I was 18, 19, and then they all through the 20s, my kids were coming up with me.
One of your sons is only 18 years younger than you.
You see what I'm saying? So they know about my homies getting shot. They know about the car accidents. They know about the grief growing up there's these things that I could not hide from them. Coming up in the church with my church background, going to funerals and and just knowing about sickness and dad visiting the hospital, seeing poverty and things like that. I think my life forced us for me to be vulnerable with them because I can't hide anything from y'all. You get what I'm saying?
Do you tell your kids sometimes my pain ain't your pain?
What you mean? My pain isn't their pain?
Yeah.
I tell them I do my best for them to not struggle like the way I've struggled.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like,
don't.
These war wounds ain't for you to take. I'm doing this for you not to. Exactly.
But I'm still allowing you to experience life though too. And I like what you said about letting her know this is an open door because I had a situation for my oldest daughter. She's the shut down child. She's a little girl who was just shut down, don't want to say nothing.
That's me and my daughter, and we're the same zodiac sign and everything.
So because I've learned, right? I told her, well, Kyra, I'm giving her an adult principle. I can't read your mind. Let me bring it back. I had asked her, was she hungry? She didn't really want what she wanted. She wanted something else, but she didn't tell me that. So instead of her telling me that, she caught an attitude and got all in her feelings.
Like she want to eat.
And so I'm like, act like she don't want to eat and all that. So I'm talking to her, and then she's a shutdown child. She'll just shut down and don't say nothing to me. And I said, okay, cool. Well, when you get done, I'm about to go and take my nap, and you talk to me later. I went and took my nap. After a minute, she came and snuggled up next to me, started taking her nap, woke me up. And she woke me up and she said, Dad, I want to apologize. You know how I get sometimes, but I just didn't really want that. I said, well, Kyra, why didn't you explain that to me? Why didn't you just tell me that? Moving forward, you can talk to me about anything. And if whether we need to cry about it, you need to be mad about it, we need to beat some little girls up at the school about it. Which one do you need? Which person do you need me to be? But already teaching her as a man, he can't read your mind. I'm giving you relationship principles. Express to him what's going on. Right? Tell him how you feel. And if he is not man enough to receive that, then that's letting you know what type of man he is already. My daughters make me a better mate. Straight up. My 2 daughters.
100%.
Girls always ask, you can never? Yes, I can. I tell a girl straight up, these 2 over here love me past the world and make sure I'm good too. That's the thing. Will come and take my shoes off from work, cause I'm their daddy. But then with me, they don't worry about them being protected. They don't worry about them being provided for. They don't worry about all those things.
They don't got to put the extra thought in this extra. Yeah. That's what I said.
My daughter will walk to the what's yoga land?
My daughter, like I said, they get the little so cares you might run into a door. How much they don't got to think about.
My daughter walks in the yoga land and forget there's a line. She just walks to get her cup and be waiting for me at the register and be sitting down waiting for our date to start with her legs crossed like this, straight up. I date my daughters. Like we going,
That's what's missing. That's what's missing in dating. That's why I said dating is dead. That's what's missing because dad wasn't around on both sides, right?
This girl told me the Cheesecake Factory was trash.
Go on dates with your daughter. I ain't gonna lie. If you just took it like that, I know what you mean. But
there's a lot of funny people out here. You already know. Hee ha ha.
And then you a weirdo. That's what we call corny.
Yeah, that's a lot of funny people.
You know what I'm talking about, dog. You know exactly what I'm talking
most
about.
Definitely.
And more dads need to do it. You need to.
Man, it should be weekly.
And your son to let them know how dating is as an adult.
I'm taking my son to get a pedicure this weekend coming up. Just because I'm like, y'all ain't never had this. Come on, get it's okay. You can get it. It's all good.
That's tough.
And women love that too. Women love you keep your nails clean.
Hygiene is a big man because these new kids, they stink differently. That I'm trying to figure out what deodorant to get these boys.
Because they eating processed food all day.
And I'm slowing down on their diet. I'm slowing down on
food and all that.
I got a preteen that's about to be 13 and when before
you got a preteen girl?
Yeah. Oh my God. And
Hard.
she, her BB is busty like, baby, go get this bag. She be like, ooh.
Yo, man. So before we wrap it up, man, let the people know where they can follow y'all at, brother.
Okay, I'll go. You can follow me at I am Akila O __ I am Akila O __ on Instagram. Akila Roten Jr. on Facebook. Y'all look out for me. I got some more podcasting coming up, a whole bunch of stand-up comedy coming up, and y'all gonna see me teaching in y'all kids' classrooms in about 2 years. So that's what we doing.
Most definitely.
Y'all know where y'all can find me. Mr. Never Love him on Instagram.
And I'm toxic. I'm the comedian, right? Yeah.
You can find me on Facebook, Calvin Mills. You know, you can hop in my comment section. We have some real good and interesting.
Mr. Outrage.
Well,
feel me?
yeah.
We
Set
stayed.
him up.
I wanted to get into it a little bit.
Hey, but then we just get blocked, then delete it together?
Oh, yeah, we did. We sure did.
I text him at 4:30 in the morning, like,
In
hey.
trouble.
Man.
And you can also find us at Mills Enterprise on all platforms. And the Vendor Plug on TikTok.
Yeah,
Check out our
so
content.
Most definitely. Anything?
cool. Nah, man. Let's go Lakers. Go Cowboys.
You a Cowboy fan?
Yes. Can't you tell?
All right, for sure, man. Y'all going like,
Obnoxious.
subscribe, man. Follow us for sure. Comment, share, everything. Follow us on all platforms at the D.A.D podcast, D_A_D _podcast.
Check out one. Oh, my fault. Happy birthday, Milani, my
Just
baby.
know I'm down there.
Baby, happy birthday.
Milani.
Happy birthday.
You already know, man. We out, man.